this is Jeannie with Norma Scraps, and today I am going to share with you how to place a digital stamp on a matting layer so that you can use a little bit larger font, maybe a little larger impact, as well as how to print the sentiment for the inside of your card. I like to lay my cards out in Make the Cut software. It's a great software for that. Everything is true to size then when I go to cut it, and it just works better for me. I've already begun to lay out a basic 4x4 inch square card. I have a cupcake that I found on Google Images when I typed in cupcake free clip art. I've filled my matting layers and my base layers with papers, digital papers from Lettering Delights, and I have placed what will be a ribbon and what will be a doily behind my cupcake. So with that, I'm going to print a sentiment on the outside of my card. And I want this to be, it could be a thank you card, it could be a birthday card, a little bit more generic. So from my TrueType fonts installed on my computer, I have already selected Comic Sans. I'm going to click on the Add Text group. I'm going to No Splitting, and I'm going to type the word sweet in capital letters. And I'm going to accept it. I'm going to size it down or up depending on what I want. Perfect. And I'm going to add it red color. Now, if I use a color from the color chart in Make the Cut, it will print flat. I mean, it will print a constant color. If I want to add a little depth and dimension to it, go ahead and use a fill from one of your digital papers, and the variance in the pattern will give some variance in the fill. I have moved my wording up above all of my layers. In order for it to be visualized or seen by the printer, it has to be on top of. And at this time in Make the Cut, there is not a simple toggle for move up one layer or down the layer. You just simply have to use the arrows in the layer menu. That done, I'm going to type the rest of my sentiment, and I'm going to select center, and I'm going to turn off my caps key. That's you. Accept it, and I'm going to bring it over to my layering. That'll go inside my. I'm going to select all of my layers, align in space, align, stack. My lettering is now centered. I'm going to select my lettering, and I'm going to color it the same color as the suite. That's it. That is the hardest part of creating lettering. Oh, I take that back. There is one part that's much more difficult. I'm going to print. I'm going to divide all of my layers because I don't want it flat printed like this before I send it to the printer. So I'll be moving my layers around on my mat, and I will print it just as it is. I will turn off the layers that I don't want printed. So in other words, I won't print the oblong of the back of my card. I will not print this circle, which will become the doily, or I won't print this, that will become the ribbon. When I am finished printing and I send it to my machine, I am going to turn off or hide the layer with the lettering on it. The only thing I'm going to want showing is the background. Let me show you that right now. Get rid of all my extra layers. I'm going to go down and hide that, the ribbon, hide the doily, and hide the background art. Now I'm going to be very careful when I do this. Make sure my mat is my print and cut mat. Now I'm going to go to File, Print Setup, I don't do this correctly, you won't see it. And print preview. Okay, that's exactly how it's going to print from my computer. And this is what I'll be able to send to my Zing in order to have it cut. I'm going to hide that's you, hide sweet, and now this is what I'm going to actually cut. So you can see that there's no font here, no font here. I'm just going to get a very nice outline of that matted shape. Lots of fonts, lots of stamps, right at your fingertips. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I've enjoyed presenting it. Until next time, bye.